Hello, friends. It's me, Anjuli, and today I have a special vlog for you showing a day in my life as a content creator. I do a lot of different content creating, and I figured this would be fun. Starting off with my super sweet breakfast. I was very hungry this morning and I wanted something sweet, so I put some granolas and banana and oatmeal together so that it can munch and crunch while I edit some pictures for a local band I took. I was a little nervous about them, but you'll see my face. I'm a little unsure, but they came out in such a great way, and I felt the need to celebrate that. So there we go. I always say I'm a dog wine mom, and it's because I tried to be very hands-on with my parenting with them. So you'll see they're in this quite a bit because they're part of my life. And it actually enables me to be able to sit down and work distraction-free without them, bothering me. So here it looks like I'm doing a lot of studying. I have a notebook that I put all my ideas down in, and then I have another notebook that I use to actually outline the ideas and get script ready or whatever I need to film. It's just organizational system that works for me. So here I am helping a friend with their business because I do a lot of stuff with other people and their business, and I'm also getting some energy out, walking around, dancing, and playing with my boys again because, hands-on mom life. I'm already, I don't know what the footage for this looks like and how it's all going to be placed together, but I'm literally already so excited about this vlog because it feels good. It feels like I put a good amount of effort into it, and it just feels right. Today for me is a content creation day. So the biggest thing that I wanted to talk about right now, while it's on my mind, is content creation, kind of the future of content creation, and, if you were a content creator, what that means for you, and then also what that means for me, because I literally, maybe 2 weeks ago, just came right out and said, I'm an artist, and I'm going to focus on being an artist and doing photographs, and then Instagram drops a bombshell that's basically just like, hey, we are no longer a photo sharing app, which first off, it doesn't mean that we're not gonna be able to share photos on that app. It just means that's not gonna be the primary focus. The kids, they like their videos. They like, getting as much information as possible in a small amount of time. It's kind of the trend that's been taking over the internet anyway. Even if back when I was a kid, there was internet, but it wasn't as, I'm aging myself in a really weird way. But, my grandma used to tell me to go look it up in an encyclopedia, and that would take such a long time. They're not trying to take a long time. They want a lot of information in a short period of time. So that it makes sense that that's where everything is going, because at the end of the day, the internet we think of it as a creative space, but it's a space for information. It's a space where people go to get their news, their information. How do I learn how to do this or that? It's just an information. It's a giant encyclopedia in its own way. This doesn't necessarily mean don't create photos, but it does mean that if your content strategy, if you even have one, is based around photos, you may have to find a different way to integrate that. So with making reels that, have photos in them as opposed to just posting your static photo. So this change has inspired me to realize that because I can't do TikTok. I've mentioned this before, I download and delete TikTok all the time because I want to get into it in my own weird way, but I just can't. I feel so disconnected from everything that's happening on there. I think part of it is because it's such an inaccessible app. It's an app that relies a lot on sound. You need to know music. You need to know musical lyrics. You need to understand what people are saying. And despite people's best attempts to caption things, a lot of things are just based around sound and tone on that app. And as a deaf person, it doesn't translate very well to me, or I have to sit there and like really, really take this information in for it to sit well with me. So like what to somebody that can hear and somebody that can be part of TikTok, what takes them, you know, maybe the 15 seconds of that TikTok, it takes me like a minute or so, which at that point I'm like, why would I do that when I could just go watch a YouTube video that doesn't rely so heavily on those cues? I could just read the captions and, you know, really just almost invest myself more in like a TV show kind of format, you know? I realized that like TikTok is just never going to be an app that I'm going to be able to just hop on and do the thing like everybody else is doing. People tell me all the time, they're like, you should get on TikTok. And I'm like, I try, I just can't do it. I'm just disconnected because it's just not an accessible app for me. So with that knowledge, I'm kind of like, how do I make, because now Instagram's going in that direction or more so in that direction, how do I make social media work for me? Because I love social media and I love creation. And this is all I want to do with my life is just create, connect in the best way that I know how, which is through being creative and making art. So I'm trying to figure out how I can continue to do what I do and not have to, I guess, I don't want to say work harder because everybody has to work hard, but like, it's just, it's a lot. It's a lot for me to translate my stuff over to video format. So that is why these vlogs are becoming so important to me and why I'm putting a lot of focus into it, because I realized I think I would just be really, really good at YouTube. Creating this vlog, I'm gonna tell you right now, is the most amount of fun I've had making content in a really freaking long time. Like the most amount of fun. And part of it is because it's really challenging my brain to go like, what angles can I hit? How many different ways? Because a lot of stuff are having to be shot multiple times. And so I'm like, how many different ways can I shoot this one particular thing? How can I, and then when I have to sit in front of my computer, it's not gonna be me just like sitting and looking at myself talk. I hate doing that. It's not fun to just listen to yourself. It's like listening to yourself when you had to like record your answering machine message. You're like, why do I sound like that? Why am I saying things like that? It's just not fun in a way that's just, I don't want to do it. Yeah, let me just finish getting ready and then I'll show you some behind the scenes of me shooting. I'm curious to know what your thoughts on the whole Instagram pictureless reel movement and how you're adapting to it. So just let me know in the comments below. I am interested in this conversation. So before I take my pictures, I really have to play with the boys again to make sure that they're not going to bother me while I'm shooting. And you'll see them pop onto my set in a moment here because they love me. Okay, so I just finished, this is like a weird lens for me. I just finished shooting for today. I wanted to do more behind the scenes stuff, but to be honest, it was really difficult for me to coordinate my phone and the camera to do that, especially since I was shooting with both at the same time. It's just a lot of work, but I'll show you a little bit of my setup here. So I have a little backdrop that I bought and I just put some curtains on it and then put some little plants. That's like my biggest tip that I use a lot is just sticking some faux plants, but I actually have some like real little sunflowers that I got to use today. I also bought this fabulous mirror in here for my bedroom. So I also have this LED as well as natural lighting to kind of get my set all nice and lit up. And that was a majority of my work today. It took me a couple hours, a couple costume changes. I ended up shooting 3 or 4 reels, doing some pictures. It was a pretty jam-packed day. My jaw kind of hurts because like I have to pose my face in particular ways in pictures. So like my mouth physically is exhausted, which is such a weird thing to say, but I'm feeling pretty good. I don't really have any other extra work that I want to get done, so I think we're gonna just hang out. I haven't eaten yet today, so I might eat something. We'll see. So this vlog would not be complete without me enjoying a nice cab
I love my wine and more puppies, of course, leaning into the dog wine mom thing. My days in general are very, very full because I'm trying to balance me and my happiness and my own personal fulfillment, as well as a job that demands I fulfill other people. So I operate under a new philosophy of, if I have to give to you, I have to give to myself as well. And so right now I'm singing and playing and bonding with my family in a way that fulfills me, so I can hopefully give amazing content back to you. So I hope that you enjoyed this vlog and you subscribe and you like. And until next time, I absolutely love and adore you, my babes. Bye.